Hey, what's up? It's Chris Rowe, and today I'm here to tell you about a once in every 4-year buying opportunity. There is a signal that happens once every 4 years. Last time it happened, 4 years ago, the stock market returned 187% if you were in the NASDAQ 100. That signal is either happening right now or it's just about to happen. So I want to make sure you're absolutely prepared for it. If you like what you see here, help me work those algorithms, like it, share it, comment, I'll answer your questions, but most importantly, subscribe to this channel because if you like what you see here, I want to bring you more of it. If you don't know me, again, my name is Chris Rowe. I'm the founder of True Market Insiders. I'm a fund manager, I'm an institutional money manager, and I'm a technical analyst. But most of all, I am an advocate for the individual investor. So, once every 4 years, you have a midterm election. You have a midterm election every 2 years, but in the presidential election cycle, you have midterm elections, pre-election year, and then post-election year. The strongest of the four by far is the pre-election year. That's next year, that's 2023. The weakest by far is the one we're currently in, the midterm election year. So again, you have the weakest of the four, that's followed by the strongest of the four, creating a major buy signal that is followed by the biggest gains that we see in the 4-year presidential election cycle. It's a major buying opportunity, and you have a chance once every 4 years to get in. At the end of 2018, the stock market had collapsed about 20% for the major averages, S&P 500 large caps. From that point on, you could see it on your screen, the stock market turned around and ripped higher into the following years. So we're about to get that signal. There are two things that I look for that tells you when it's the right time to buy in a midterm election year. Again, the midterm election year, you see the market gets hammered like we're seeing right now. The question is, has the bottom happened yet or has it not? All right, so what we're seeing is one out of the two signals so far is giving you the green light. So we need two signals that we like to see. We've seen one of them so far. The signal that we got so far is the weekly RSI buy signal. Don't be confused with the RSI buy signal that we've been talking about a lot. We've been talking about the daily RSI. The daily RSI is more of a short-term timing indicator, but the weekly RSI is a long-term timing indicator. And whenever you see that weekly RSI put in a buy signal, that means gather up your assets and start buying. Even if we think the stock market's going to go lower, you want to start buying. Looking at your screen, we're looking at a weekly chart of the QQQs, and the weekly chart shows you the weekly RSI. If I were to switch this to a daily chart, it would show the daily RSI. So make sure you're looking at the weekly chart to see the weekly RSI. It has moved from below that horizontal green line, which is the 30 line. That's the oversold line. Anything below 30 is considered oversold. Once it reverses back up above the 30 line, you have your RSI buy signal. So the weekly RSI buy signal has already happened. It's possible that the market bottoms out right here and then roars higher into the pre-election year. Now, when you're looking at this gains, whether it be in the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange Composite, the S&P 500, the Russell 2000, depends on the index that you're looking at. But from the midterm election low to the pre-election year high, the following year high, these stock market averages tend to gain about 70 to 90%. Again, that's from 1 year to the following year. Keep in mind the stock market, on average, over any very long-term period, over any multi-decade period, will return you about 7, 8, maybe 9%. It was a strong multi-decade period. And we're talking about, in this case, 1 year, the market trading up 70 to 90%, so times the average annual return in this year. So you don't need to time it absolutely perfectly. It's such a big gain from low to high that if you get in there somewhere around the low and you sell somewhere around the high, you're going to be very happy. All right, what's the best thing about buying at a multi-year low? What's the best thing about buying at this once in 4 year opportunity? Is that you have very little risk that the stock market is going to continue much lower. So since we saw the one signal, the RSI weekly buy signal, we want to go in, we want to start buying stocks, and you want to start executing long-term investing strategies. You might be somebody who likes to trade a little bit, but also likes to have your long-term positions. Well, this is when you switch into long-term investor mode. All right, so anything that you would do as a bullish long-term investor, that's what you want to start gearing up for right now. And by the way, there's one more thing that I do like to see. I told you there's two signals. There's one signal that we already saw, the RSI weekly buy signal. What we want to look for now is the New York Stock Exchange BPI to go into oversold territory, get washed out, and then reverse back up. That's when I truly think the market has bottomed out. But we want to go in now and keep in mind what we asked you to do for the last several months was to take some bearish positions. I told you about a McDonald's put option. I told you about a lot of different put options where the option goes up in price when the market goes down. It has an inverse relationship. And I told you that that's what you want to do in order to collect cash so that the stock market sells off and then you get out of those bearish positions. You sell out of those put options. Hopefully you're following along and you're following the instructions. And now is when you start cashing in and using that money for these long-term buying opportunities. By the way, if you like what you see here, go to Chris Rowe Trader on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. And you can also go to Chris Rowe Trader on Instagram or on Twitter and find me anywhere in social media, but be sure to subscribe to my channel, follow me. I'm from True Market Insiders, and I've been a money manager and professional analyst for over 25 years at this point. All I do is obsess over market analysis. I'm probably the best market timer out there. I don't know anybody who's a better market timer than I am. I just want you to know that I'm not one of these, self-proclaimed YouTube stock market experts. I'm an institutional money manager. I went to Wall Street in 1995, and now I want to bring people like you sophisticated strategies, how to capitalize on these once in every 4-year buying opportunities. So that's what I'm going to do. So what we're doing is we're going to put a link in the description below this video. Click on the link below this video and you'll be invited to an exclusive event that's going to happen on March 23rd. And I'll tell you all about this risk management strategy to capitalize on this once in every 4-year buying opportunity. Make sure you click on the link below and I'll see you on the event March 23rd. Let's make some money together.